Okay, for the first section, we are going over solving equations by taking the square root. You will be, as a hint, you will be taking the square root at the very end. On question A, my first step, I want to get this x squared alone so I can square root it. I'm going to add the 4 over. Which would give me 10x squared equals 70. I will now divide by the 10 that's stuck on the x squared. X squared equals 7. And my final step is to square root. Now, on your homework, it will ask you to separate your answers with a comma. The reason why is when you square a number, there can be a positive version of it or a negative version. When you square it, the negative will multiply by negative and cancel out. So you have to have two answers. Positive root 7 and a negative root 7. The 7s stay in the roots because I can't take it out. Can't take anything out from 7. Let's try B. I'm going to follow similar steps. Add 5. 10x squared equals 110. My second step is to divide. I divide it by the 10 on the x squared. And then I square root, which tells me that x should be, oops, that should be an 11 right there. Sorry. Divided by 10 is 11. I square root it. 11 cannot be square rooted. It's not perfect square, so I would have a positive root 11 and a negative square root 11. Question C, what is my first step? Add 15. Good, that is correct. Add 15. That gives me 3x squared equals 21. Next step. Is that 3? Good. Divide by 3. X squared equals 7. Last step. Square root it, which tells me I have a positive root 7 and a negative root 7. D, first step. You see how it repeats a lot? You get rid of the plus or minus sign. Add 11. That would add up to 140. And then divide it. X squared equals a 10. Square root 10 will not simplify. X equals a positive root 10 and a negative root 10. Question E. Add the 17. 7x squared equals 10. 70. Whoops, I switched up my colors. Sorry. Divide by 7. And square root. Now I want to make a note. What if I had x squared equals 36? How would I solve that one? How would I get the power to go away? I would square root it, but 36 is different than 7. It's different than 11. It's different than 7 and 10. 36 is different. Why is 36 different?
Because it comes from a number.
The whole number. What is the whole number?
6.
Or -6. What's another example of a number that would simplify when you square root it?
47.
49. 49 would be 7 and 7. Yeah. 25 would be 5 and 5, right? Perfect squares are numbers that will come out, and you'll just write a positive version and a negative version of it. Are there any questions on the first section, solving with square roots?
Why is there a negative?
Because when I enter and square a number, when I square 5, it equals 25, and when I square a negative number, it equals the same value, right? Because -5 times -5 cancels the negative. That's why when I square root, I need to put a positive version and a negative. Why square roots have a positive and a negative answer? Right, questions A in our next section. We are identifying the quadrilateral. We will be naming them based off the shape they points make. -10 is up 12. -4 is up 12. -12 is up 8. Oh, it's going to be off a little bit. -12 is up 8. Sorry, my graph was a little small. And -6 is up 8. Does anybody know what shape that is? Good job, it is. It's a parallelogram. Why is it not a rectangle? Why can't I call that a rectangle? It's not vertical. It doesn't make 90-degree angles in our corners. If I check, these are parallel because they both have an undefined slope. This one's slope has a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. This one also has a slope of 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The slopes match each other. My slopes are the same. That means they are parallel. It's a parallelogram. turn the page once you have that one written in. There's a bunch of these, but they're all like that. We're just naming shapes. Question B, I have a point at 5 up 2. I have a point at 15, 0. 13 down 9. And 2 down 6. What shape is this one?
Quadrilateral.
Square or quadrilateral? Which one?
Square.
I'm going to check. I'm going to look at the slopes. This one's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I didn't have that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're good. Is there a pattern? Anything match?
No.
A square should have equal sides. Do they have any equal sides?
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral. Those are both really good guesses. Hey, you didn't get the last one. Parallelogram. Quadrilateral. Sorry about the A, it looks a little weird. Question C. I have -8 up 13. 2 up 13. 2 up 9. -8 up 9. I heard rectangle. And it is a rectangle because I have equal sides, and 90-degree angles in the corners. Because I have a vertical and a horizontal line, which make 90 degrees. Question D. I'm going to graph my points. I have a point at 6, 6. Ooh, these ones are weird. Why is this table different than the tables above?
Because it's in twos.
It goes by 2s. So some of the dots are gonna be in the middle. 14, 0. 7 is between 6 and 8. Down 9. 9 is between 8 and 10. Then -1. Then -3. I'm going to check the slopes. I'm going to check the patterns like we did up here on B. See if I notice any patterns. This one will be weird when I count it. I'll try my best to explain why. Because there's a half point in every section. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a half point in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to see if this one up here matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do these slopes match? Yes. That matches this one. I'm going to check these two sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do these two match? Yes. Now my question is the slope, this one's slope is going up 9 over 7. Is it perpendicular to, this one's going down 6 over 8? Is 9 over 7 perpendicular to negative 6 over 8? It's not perpendicular because perpendicular to it would be negative 7 over 9. And it's not that. So these don't make 90-degree angles in our corners. What would this be called since there's no 90-degree angles? Parallelogram. Those ones are a lot more work. Question E. 3 up 9. 9 up 8. 9 up 2. And 3 up 3. What shape? Do you remember what a rhombus is?
Isn't it just the same thing as a square, just tilted?
Yep. It's a square tilted or a parallelogram that has all equal sides. If I check my sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. This is 6. This is 6 and a 1. 6 squared plus 1 squared. My distance would be 37 square rooted. Is 37 square rooted the same as a 6? No, it's one above it. It's a little teeny bit longer than 6. If they had both, if they'd all been 6s, it would have not been a parallelogram, but a rhombus. Yep. The sides don't match. That's why it's a parallelogram. F. I have -6 up 3, -4 down 2, -6 down 6, -8 down 2. When I check my slopes, my bottom ones match. They're both 2 by 4. And the top one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is almost a rhombus. The only reason it's not a rhombus is because the 5 and the 4 are different numbers. Does anybody know what shape it is when the top 2 match and the bottom 2 match? Kite. It makes a kite. Question G. Consider the coordinate points 10, 13, 14, 6, 7, 2, and 3, 9. I'm going to check slope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those match. They would be the same distance as slope. Now I'm checking these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to check, is my slope 4 over 7 perpendicular to down 7 over 4? That is perpendicular, which means there are little boxes in the corner for the 90 degrees. What shape is that if it has boxes and all of the lengths match? Square. Now, when you do this on your assignment, do any of you have the graphing app, or you can grab it on Desmos, graphing? You can type in the points. So I can do parentheses 10, comma 13. Then I'll type in the point 14, comma 6, 7, comma 2, and 3, 9. I've typed in my 4 points. It doesn't show, so I have to move my graph. Can you see how it has all 4 points written on there? Now I can look on it, rather than having to put it on paper, I can look on here and figure out what the shape is, if you want to do it that way. Because you can count on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 4, and see if they all match. The last section is reviewing distance or perimeter. I'm going to use graphing to do it. You may use your Desmos to graph if you'd like. -6 down 8. 1 up 8. 8 up 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fourteen squared plus 14 squared is 392, and I place my root. This one is 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 squared plus 2 squared is 49 plus 4, which would be 53. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 squared plus 7 squared. 305. Square root it. Then I take all 3 values and add them up. The order does not matter. Just make sure when you are typing it in, you make sure that the plus sign isn't under the radical. Make sure you go over. $44.543. Any questions? All right, question B, and we're done. Find the perimeter of the quadrilateral. I have 2's up 4, 4 is up 8, 9 is up 8, 7 is up 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My right side is 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 16 plus 1, 17. The left side is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 2. Do these sides match? One's 4 by 1, this one's 4 by 2. I have to check. 4 squared plus 2 squared would be 16 plus 4 would make 20.
I think you graphed the point wrong.
Did I graph it wrong?
It's 9, 8.
Oh, yeah, that's it. 7.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
9, 8. So that would be fine on the left. This would be a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top, what would I do to fix it with my point being adjusted?
That'd be a 5.
Thank you. Okay. And then I also had to adjust this side because that would make it 2 and 4 still, which would make them match on that one. 20. Thanks for noticing that. Square root 20 plus square root 20 plus 5 plus 5. Square root of 20 plus square root of 20 plus 5 plus 5, or you could put plus 10 if you want a shortcut. 8.944. 18.9.